सभी शिक्षक साथियों का समर वेकेशन के बाद विद्यालय में स्वागत है। आशा है आप सभी अपने परिवार के साथ स्वस्थ एवं प्रसन्न होंगे। It has been decided by the regional office to use Google Meet app for online classes in order to ensure uniformity. In our Vidyalaya, approximately 58% teachers are comfortable using Google Meet. It is a very good sign. Mr. S.K. Malakar has taken initiative of training our team of teachers with all the features of Google Meet. He has also planned to put before a demo class using a specific topic. He will be clearing your doubts. Please do not hesitate. Participate in the meeting, and I'm sure you all will do your best. You will give your best for our children, because we all are working for our children, and our children should not be lagging behind when it comes to online education. I wish you all the best. God bless you all. Stay safe.
Hello everyone. In this pandemic situation of COVID-19, use of Google Apps give boost to the teaching learning process. Today we will discuss how Google Apps can be used to get the different learning outcomes. We have divided this context into three parts: preparation, execution, and assignment. Before going for the discussion, I will suggest all of you to create a new Gmail ID, because you will get a lot of memory space. Create a new email ID for myself. I will type the name as teacher as the first name, and last name KVP, so teacherkvp@gmail.com, and I will give one password. Then again let me retype that password, and after giving this password, in the next screen mobile number will be given, and accordingly OTP will come, and based on that OPT, date of birth, and followed by gender to be entered, and my email ID will be created. Now I will go to a new tab. In that tab I will type Google Forms and just make a search of it. You will find the web address for that Google Forms. Now I click on that web address. Now I click on go to Google Forms, and in Google Forms the uppercase are all these are the templates. So I got a default template called contact information. I will click on that default template. Now this default template will create a contact information for us, but we need only two things, that is name and email ID. So rest of the things I will just delete. Only I will keep the two columns, that is name and email ID. And then now I'll go to settings. In settings I will deselect all the options, then I make it save it. Then I'll click on send, and in send menu there I'll go to the link. So this will create a link, and I just click on shorten URL, then I copy this link, and now accordingly this link can be sent to the students via any of the medium. This link will be shared to the student via any of the medium, either through WhatsApp or whatever the previous groups as you have made. Now as soon as the student will click on the link, a form will open. Now let me fill up on behalf of student two forms. First one is as student 1 is the first name, and just I am giving a dummy email address @gmail.com, and I just submit the form. Similarly, let me create same link, I will copy, and let me create another contact information of another student, and likewise the student will fill up the forms, and it's very easy. Nothing, just they will click on the link, or they will copy and paste the link in the browser. The form will open, and there they will just write the name and their email address, and as soon as it will submit, it will go to the server. Just I'll showing you the student part, and let me complete the student part, then I'll go to the teacher part. Same way again we go to the teacher's mail ID, and then in the tab I will type Google Forms and then click on the forms. Remember, in one tab the Gmail should be open, and in other tab I am clicking with the Google Forms. Then it automatically will go to the Google form, otherwise it will ask for you login. Now see, in this Google form the contact information is already created. Now here you can see in the response there are 2 is showing, that means 2 students has been responded. Just now we have responded. Now I click on the response. Now see, 2 student name are there. Now to get the details I click on this Google spreadsheet. Now just click on save, and now it will open the Google spreadsheet where I'll get all the informations of the student. Similarly, you can get all the information in a single Excel file, and if you require you can download this Excel file also. Now we will copy this to email address, and just simply I will paste in a Word file so that I can get this email ID. So while pasting I should take care of one thing, that it should not be pasted with a tabular form. It should be pasted in simple text form. So just as you see, now I'll just put one comma after each email ID. Now what this will help? This will help at while creating the contact. Now again I'll go back to the Gmail. Let me click. Okay, now I close it. Now I'll go to the I will close the form also. Now I'll go to the Gmail. Now in that Gmail again I'll go to the list of icons for apps. In that apps there is a contacts. Now in Google Contacts I will click, and there I'll create a label first. I will name the label as the class name, so that is as class 10A. Now I will save that label. Now I'll see that class 10A label has been created. Now I'll click on that 10A. Now I'll go to create contact, because now it is showing, see, no contacts are there as we have not added any contact. Now I'll go at the top button to create contact, but remember before that I have to select class 10A, that label. Now as soon as I click on create contact, now the list has come. Now here I have to add the email address. Now what happens if I simply copy that email address from the Word file, that with a comma part, so no need to write one by one. So I just copy all the email addresses here, and then I will paste in the space provided. Now I'll just paste it. You will find that all the email addresses comes under the label class 10A. Now I'll just save it, and in this label also I will request to add the email ID of principal madam, vice principal sir, and for primary section HM sir. Now I'll see that 2 contacts has been created under the label class 10A. Similarly, you can create different labels for different class, and according the list of students can be created. We'll go to Gmail, and in Gmail there is the apps, and inside the apps there is Google Calendar is there. Now I will click on calendar. Now this calendar will open. Now today is 19th, so it is showing the date as 19. So I will click on 20. So from tomorrow onwards I want to take the class, so the class schedule I will prepare from tomorrow. So I click on 20. Now I choose the column 20. Now after choosing the column 20, now I'll set the time. So see, in the left side rows all the time are mentioned, 1 hour gap. So I want to take the class in between this slot. So I select the slot, and then I add the title. Suppose I want to teach mathematics, so I written mathematics. Now I have to add the guest, means I have to add the email IDs. The event is created, and now I have to add the guest or email IDs. For that I'll just type the label name. Remember our label name, that is class 10A. Now as soon as I write class 10A, now see it is already showing it. Now I just click on that. It will give all the email IDs of the students. And remember, in this label you have to add principal madam, vice principal sir, and HM sir in case of primary, so that they will be directly get the notification. Now click on Google Meet. Now we'll go and save it. So these are the informations to be filled. After filling, now I click on save. Now they are asking whether the information to send. Now for the time being I don't want to send it. I click on don't send. So now you can see that the event is created in that box and now it is marked in blue. Now let me again edit this event. Just I will click here and a option menu will come. In that option menu you can edit as well as you can delete also. There is the option you can see. First one is edit, second one is delete. Now I want to edit it. Now I click on edit. Now the calendar again reopens the same way. Now here we can fix it. Suppose every Saturday in the same time you have got the same class, so you can fix for all the weekday Saturdays, or you can fix it for daily. As usual, you can create the timetable for the whole year or for the whole month. Accordingly it will continue. Suppose let it that as per the timetable every Saturday I have got this class of class 10th A maths, so I choose weekly Saturday. Now I come at the ground. These are the informations whatever already filled, nothing to be changed. Now here in the right hand side you will find that all the details are there, but in this case only two things that we have to change. Those two things are, we have to deselect these two radio buttons, sorry, checkbox better we can say, so that the mail will be sent only to the individual persons, no other it will be sent, and no other in the list. It will not shown that how many students the mail has been sent. Now again I want to send, yes. Now I click on send, so mail will be sent permanently. Now let me open a Gmail account of a student. Now student will see the mail like this. It will come a link. Now this is the mail that's showing when the class will be there. So as soon as I click on the link, now see today is 19, so already the class scheduled for 20, but if I click beforehand on the link, then what will happen? Let's check. So if I click on the link, now it will connect. Now the video will show here and audio will show, but as soon as I join as a student, now the link will not join. Preparation of content, you can have PDF or you can prepare PPT or anything. So as I am teaching class 10, let me download the NCERT textbook of class 10th. So as I am doing with quadratic equation, so let me first download class 10 maths NCERT textbook, and from there I will take chapter 4, that is the quadratic equation that we're going to discuss. So just it can be downloaded or you can prepare your own material as you wish. Now after getting it download, now we'll go with the online attendance of the students. Now how to make the attendance of the student. Now my content is ready. Now attendance procedures, I will click on the tab. There will meet attendance. Now as soon as I click it, the option comes and now I click on the link. Actually this is a Chrome extension, so only it will work on Google Chrome browser only. Now I'll click for installation. So Google Meet will now installed with the Chrome browser. Now let's start with Google Meet. Now we'll go directly to the Google Meet. Now already you see that schedule is already there, so I click on the schedule mathematics. As soon as I log in the schedule, Google Meet is going to start. Now there is the two buttons you are seeing, one for the camera, one for the microphone. I just close both of them. Now I click on join now. Now as soon as I click on join now I go to the login screen. So let it opens. By that time I'm waiting for the students to connect. Yes, I am the only student here left out, so I connect myself from my mobile. So here is the two things, one is the teacher and another one is the student. So two people has joined. Now in this top there are three options you are getting it. One is come with the people, and then followed by one star, that is for attendance, and third one is for comment. Now as soon as you click on the comment section, so here comes the comment, and in this comment section you can write whatever you want. If students want to write, they can write. Now the first one is events, and the second button, as soon as click, it will give you the attendance. Now this attendance sheet opens on a Google Sheet. Now you just simply download this as an Excel file. So this will be a record of the attendance of the student, those who have participated in the online class. Now we'll go with another interesting features of this Google Meet, that is screen sharing. Now there are three types of screen sharing is there. One is the complete window, you can share it. Now whatever the event will going on the desktop, that will be shown. Now let me go with the first one. Now as soon as I click here, I choose the screen and I share it. Now it will share to all the students in my Meet. So just it will take some time. Now now the sharing starts, and whatever the operation I'm doing, suppose I'm going to this PDF file and opened it, so it will showing to all of the student. Let me go with the second part of it. Second part of the sharing is a particular window operation sharing. So here we have opened a browser, a PDF file, and three are there. Now I click on it. Now you see that a particular operation is there. Now if I choose the PDF file one, now it will share only the PDF one. Now these users cannot see any other file. If I go to any other browser or any other file, student will not able to see. They will only see this PDF file. That means a particular file is shared. Now it is showing to everyone. Likewise, you can share the PPT also. Now a Chrome web means it is the browser will show and which tab you want to select. Suppose I select the tab of my email, that is the Gmail account tab. Now I click on that tab. Now this tab is being shared to each and every student. And if I go to the next tab, or if I go to some other place, the student will not see. Student only can see this Gmail tab. Now let me go with the normal part. I'll share every window. Now total window I have shared again as I have done in the earlier case. Now here is an interesting part of this Google app we're going to discuss. Now I am going to that app, to Google Drive. So this is the link for Drive. I just click on the Drive. Now the Drive opens. From their Drive there is the menu is there, and then from that menu I go to Google Jamboard. Now remember, always you go through the Google Drive to Jamboard. Otherwise there is a direct Jamboard menu is there, but it will not work properly. So click on Google Jamboard. Now as soon as I click on the Google Jamboard, now the screen comes out. Now in this Jamboard, here is the thing, I just name it, and that is saved with that name. Now what this actually Jamboard is there. Now you can find out here are many operations are there on this site. Now these operations are used. Now I select the pen and just I draw the figure or kind anything. It is simply as a blackboard with a mouse, and this is rubber to deny it, or you can click on this, clear the screen all total. Now suppose I want to teach. Now let me choose a red one. Now let me choose a equation, a quadratic equation image. Now from where I'll set, I clicked on the image part, then I select it from the file, from desktop. So this is the image is selected. Now this image will come on the clipboard and it will be visible to everyone. Now let me just increase the size of it so that it will be clear for everyone. Now this is the equation or an example of quadratic equation. Now suppose I want to explain this thing to the students. Now if I have to make it underline, if I have to make it tick, now with this pen I can do everything. Now see, this is background, the image is there. Now I just underline the thing, or I can say okay, this is the format of ax square plus bx plus c, where a is 6, b is -1 and c is -2. So that is the quadratic equation it forms. So likewise, and there is another button that is flash. Now what happens, suppose I want to make it underline an important part, just I will underline, it will go. So that means this gives the focus to the student on that part during online teaching. Now suppose I want to share this, whatever the marked with the thing, so that student can make a note of it. Just click on share, and now the window will open, and here you add the email IDs whom we want to share. Suppose here we have got two students, so student 1 and student 2, I share it, or we can choose, as I already have told, class label, so all student will be chosen. Now I share with the things and I send it. Now it will go to all the students in the group of class 10A. So this is one of the working with doing. Now as soon as the program is over, so one thing before closing I will to choose the window. Now there are many way you can do the layout change. So this is the third layout. It is only when we used when we want to interact with all the students, so you can choose that layout. The first layout can be choose, suppose I want to demo something, then at that time all the names will be shown on the right hand side. So these are the different layout, as per your convenient you can choose. And one important thing, while closing the meeting, please make student out of the group. That is very important. How to make it? Just you click on the student name, as I have clicked, and you'll find that 3 options is there. The third option you click, that means the student will be log out of your meeting and the class is over. After logging out each and every student, then only you log out as an administrator from the meeting. So this is an important feature. That thank you very much.